positions you for destiny. 6. The battle of pleasing people. Galatians 1 verse 10, Proverbs 29 verse 25, John 12 verses 42 to 43. One of the most subtle yet spiritually exhausting battles Christians face is the battle of people-pleasing. It's the urge to gain approval, applause, and acceptance from others, even if it means compromising obedience to God. Paul makes it clear in Galatians 1 verse 10, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings, or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." When our lives are fueled by the need to be liked, noticed, or validated, we enter a never-ending war. Because no matter how hard you try, you can never satisfy everyone. This battle is especially dangerous because it disguises itself as kindness, humility, or service, but in reality, it can be rooted in fear of rejection. Why God tells us to avoid this battle. People-pleasing is a trap. Proverbs 29 verse 25 warns, "Fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe." Living for human approval puts us in bondage. It distracts from pleasing God. Jesus said in John 12 verse 43 that many leaders loved human praise more than praise from God. You cannot serve two masters. You either live for people's applause or God's approval. It breeds burnout. Constantly trying to meet everyone's expectations will drain your energy, joy, and faith. Unlike God, people's approval shifts daily. A biblical example, King Saul, again. Saul's downfall was rooted not just in control, but also in people-pleasing. In 1 Samuel 15 verse 24, after disobeying God, he confessed, "I was afraid of the men and so I gave in to them." Instead of obeying God's command, Saul feared losing the people's favor. This decision cost him the kingdom. Pleasing people will always cost more than it gives. Contrast Saul with Peter and John in Acts 4. When threatened by the Sanhedrin, they boldly declared, "Which is right in God's eyes, to listen to you, or to him? You be the judges." Acts 4 verse 19. They chose obedience over popularity, and the gospel spread. The cost of fighting people-pleasing. Loss of authenticity. You can't be who God made you if you're constantly adjusting to please others. Compromise of truth. Fear of rejection often leads to watering down God's word. Spiritual exhaustion. Trying to meet everyone's demands leaves no energy to pursue God's will.